Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great because today's going to be a great day for a great video from me. So I have been doing some terrariums. I have one done here. These are really, really cool. Terrariums are easy to make and they're their own little environment inside of a jar. I'm going to make one for you today, a pretty big one, but this is my smaller one I made. It's in a little, almost like a mason jar, one of those that closes up. And you can close this up for almost a year and not water it. And then you reopen it and there's tons of growth. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about things that you can put inside there and everything. So here it is, if you guys can see. It's very little. It's hard to see. But I'm going to do some better videos to where you guys can kind of see them. More clear. I mean, I guess I'll take some pictures, do some like compilation videos of all of them. But this one's pretty cool. And the condensation on the inside of the glass is what keeps it watered. It almost has its own environment. It's like it's in its own little world. And so I'm going to show you guys how to make one of those. Let me put it right there. I've got tables everywhere today. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to start with glass. Every terrarium needs glass. It needs to be able to see through for light and for it to do its right process. It also needs a good top. Like you need one that'll close pretty well. This one closes good enough. This one is sealed up really, really well, so it's fine. Certain other ones, I don't know. You're going to have to just decide on how you're going to close them up properly. But what you need to do first is add some rocks. I have some really pretty rocks right here, if you see. Be careful, you don't want to break your glass. But you put just a little layer of those rocks right in the bottom. Just like that. And these are my really pretty ones, but you can get rocks for $1, a bag like this for $1 at Dollar Tree. So it's really cheap. So I got some stones, and I'll probably put a little bit more stones in there. I might put some pebbles actually, because you can use pebbles or rocks. I've got some little glass pebbles I'm going to put. And this is like a fake bottom to where when you put your soil in there, it'll have more like drainage. And a lot of people put like a mesh liner right inside of there, in between the rocks and the soil that you put in. But I'm not going to do that. I'm doing an all native terrarium with no charcoal or anything. And we're going to see how it does. All of the plants are native to this area that we're going to put in here. So if you can see, I'll just shake them around a little. Rocks. Just make sure they're a good layer in there. And let's get on with the soil. I got good soil, and then I have some soil from the actual outside, which I'm going to mix it. Let's see. I'm going to mix it up with my mixer. And I'm getting messages out the yin yang. So we'll put a little bit of this dirt in there. And it's going to go through your rocks since you don't have that mesh, but it's okay. I don't mind that. Some other people might mind, but I don't. And then I'm going to add some of this really good soil that I got from Lowe's. I'm going to mix all that. And it's going to be really, really good for our terrarium. And mix it up. And as you can see, I put too much soil in the last one. So this one, I'm just going to put that much soil. Doesn't need that much soil. And then you're good. So if you can see, we got our rock bottom with pebbles. We got our soil. Now for the fun part. We get to add fun things. I'm going to add probably some pieces of driftwood, some rocks for sure, mosses, stuff like that. So we'll start off with the plants, because the plants are probably the hardest part, and then I put in my wood, because if you put the wood in first, then you have to move your plants around all crazy. So we're going to start with a spider plant. I love spider plants. They're super cute and great for terrariums. Super easy to take care of. Just put her right in there. Oh, how cute. Uh-huh. I don't really know how this terrarium's going to turn out, but it's going to be cute. I'll probably put some moss in there with it and start forming the moss around in there. I got a spider plant in there. I'm sure y'all can start seeing it. And I'm going to take some moss here. Probably just put some moss around this spider plant. I have moss in all my fairy gardens. And I have put spider plants in there with moss, and they love it. They live very, very well with the moss around it. So it's okay to have moss around your spider plants, which I love. I got all this moss. I took it straight out of the woods. You can take moss straight out of the woods and just rehydrate it. Make sure there's plenty of water on there. And you can just put it in anything, really, and it's going to regrow. Moss is like nature's carpet, to me anyways. So I've got some moss going in here, and it's looking really cute. I'm probably going to have to move my camera around so you guys can see this better. I'm not a pro, as you can see. I'm doing everything naturally. I don't have really good camera footage. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure I'll get better camera footage as I get more into YouTube. But at this point, I'm just playing around, having fun, and I'm trying to inspire people. And I like to be natural. I really like to be natural. I like to do these videos where it's like so just me talking to y'all, doing some fairy gardens, being natural. So I have my moss. I've got moss going in there. I'm going to put a piece of wood in there. I usually put my plants all in first, but I think this one's big enough I can put the wood in. I want to break this. There we go. This is a cool piece of driftwood I'm about to put in. So we'll see. I'll put it right here. I'm going to dig it into the dirt a little bit. Actually, might be a little too big. If your wood's too big, you got to keep breaking it. I don't think I can break it all. Maybe I'll just add this piece. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to add this weird piece instead. So I'm going to put it probably like that. Everything's falling off of it. And it's really good to have roly-poly-olies. They're called isopods. And if you put them in there, they help your terrarium so much. And they will kill off any like mildew or fungus or bacteria that grow into your terrarium. And if you get the natural soil, which I have, out of my yard or out of the park or out underneath the trees, anywhere, then usually you're going to have some life living in that soil. And you're going to be good. So you aren't going to have to worry so much. But if you're only using potting soil from the store, you might have to actually go buy some isopods, or you can go out and get some in your yard or area and then put them in your terrarium. It really helps. So I got my wood in there, and I got my moss going around it. And it is hard to do this with, because it's so little in there. And you're doing it with your hands, but the littler you get, the more you need to use probably tweezers and stuff. But I will show you guys how it's turning out. If you can see, Oh, look how cute. That is going to be so cute, you guys. I'm going to fill it up with a few more plants and stuff. And I took a lot of plants straight out of my yard. This is like some kind of grasses, but they're just like little bitty spurts of grasses. It's not like all over my yard. So I took a few of those and I'm going to put them in there. I think the spider plant will really like this because it's kind of the same shaping as these. So I'm going to put this one right behind this. This driftwood here. And I might need to add some more soil to that spot since it's right behind that wood. The soil's kind of, there we go. Oh yeah. And you can go in and trim stuff up if it doesn't look too nice or whatever. And then we'll add one more plant. I got one more cute little plant here, as you can see, and I got the roots on it. I'm going to put her in here. Gotta pull some leaves off of these. All right, I'm putting her right in here. I'm probably gonna need more soil for that baby too. Put a little more soil on top of this one. And of course, it's not gonna look gorgeous that first second, but I have a trick, which I'm not gonna show on the camera today, but if you guys take a little straw, like a little straw you would sip a drink out of, and you just put it right down over your plants and your little stuff in your terrarium, then you're going to be able to just blow lightly, and you can blow all that dirt or anything that's off of there right off of it. And then you won't have to like over water it to where you're trying to like wash off certain things or whatever, but you won't have to over water. You can just blow your dirt off and then water it once instead of having to rewater because you got dirt all over the place. Which I'm getting dirt all over the place, so I'm definitely going to have to use a straw. And you can just kind of do some blowing. Oh, and you got to be careful because you'll drop all your moss if you aren't careful. All right. This is coming together nicely. I'm going to add some rocks. And I really liked the rocks I was using on the bottom, so I'm going to use them on the top too. And I'm going to put in some Spanish moss and some reindeer moss. I put some mood moss in here. It's almost like the pillow moss. It's fluffy. And so I've already put that in. Got two cute little plants in here. Or three. Not two, three. And I'm adding some rocks now. And usually you can add some charcoal to the layer of rocks before you put your soil to help with mildewing and stuff like that. But I'm trying to do an all natural one today. And I'm trying to see how it's going to do completely by itself, without that charcoal. Especially since this one is all natural and it doesn't have much soil from the actual store. It has more of the soil from the actual nature. So it's not as prone to causing that mildew and fungus that you see on some. And that's why you put the charcoal. But I'm kind of just making a little weird design here, and it's probably random as hell, but it's looking cute. Just stacking some rocks up around this driftwood and some of these plants. And I got my moss in there. I'm going to put more moss. A couple little rocks under here under the spider plant. I love the spider plants. They're so pretty. And they reproduce themselves so well. That's one reproducing plant right there. They're easy to take care of. They just like a lot of moisture. Kind of like moss. All right, so y'all are going to start seeing how it's changing. It's getting so cute in there. We've got plants and rocks and moss. And I wish I could show y'all better. Let me move the camera so y'all can see. Look at it. So cute. Yes, I've got a mess going around it. So I hope y'all think that's cute, because I think it's great. It looks so cute. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple more things and I'll be done with this video. I know it's a long one. I'm going to add some Spanish moss, which is so pretty. I have tons of Spanish moss around here since I live on the Gulf Coast. It's very easy to come by. It's free all over the trees. And I'm going to put a little bit of that moss right in there. Okay, where are we going to put this? I'm going to put it in here behind my driftwood, since Spanish moss is found on driftwood, so I'm sure they'll love it. Set it in there. And I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add a little reindeer moss here. Reindeer moss. Reindeer moss feels like coral when it's dry. And then when it's wet, it's like a cloud. I'll put a little bit of that in there. See how it does? And I might put a little more nude moss in here because I love nude moss. It's probably one of my favorites of all the mosses. It's very hard to get some of these pieces in here without messing it up, but I'm getting it. And then there's this one leaf that's so long, I'm trying to fit it in. I need these to go over here. Go over there. Go over there. Oh, man. I think I might have to cut one of these leaves. I've mauled it up. All right. So far, so good. Looks super cute. I'll show you guys one more time, and then we'll say sayonara. Isn't it cute, you guys? I know I need to do better videos so y'all can see better, but I will promise you that I will get better at this slowly. Now, enjoy this terrarium, like and subscribe to my channel, and go make a terrarium of your own. And if you really enjoy this video, go watch all my other videos. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your day.